I love parenting.
Parenting clinic is what the whole world needs. I'll not miss it for anything.
Universal Parenting Clinic is the show.
Welcome to this week's edition of Universal Parenting Clinic. On this show today, I'll be discussing suicide and suicide prevention. Suicide, yes. The increasing wave of suicide in the world is becoming worrisome and alarming. I have attended events on suicide prevention and participated in series of studies and trainings on suicide and suicide prevention. Today, I'll be dealing with the likely causes, solutions, and prevention. Most especially, how you, as a parent, can reduce or eradicate suicide through proper parenting. Thanks to thousands of people watching us daily and weekly too. Thanks to everyone subscribing to this channel daily. I appreciate everyone leaving comments and feedbacks regularly. Please join these blessed people today. Just press the subscribe button, make comment, press the bell so you receive alert each time a video is released. As you will see as we go along, everyone has a role to play, a responsibility in preventing suicide. Parents have major roles to play too in reducing the increasing waves of suicide worldwide. In case you are not aware, suicide has been on the increase worldwide. Suicide, as you should know, is a situation where someone takes his or her life intentionally. That is, the action of someone killing oneself intentionally. This problem has been in the world for years. It's not a new thing. However, its increasing rate has become a phenomenon of great concern. There should be serious efforts for both its awareness and prevention by parents. The painful fact is that parents of different ages and status are also part of those committing suicide, and children of families are also committing suicide too. It's a general problem. The truth, however, is that you, as an individual and as a parent, have major roles to play. The major problems with suicide are the lack of proper understanding of it, non-disclosure by victims, and failure to address the causes. A vital issue with it is the fact that most people do not want to open up about it until it has happened. This is due to the perceived social stigma, shame, fear, pride, lack of trust, and embarrassment. All these factors have been reported to reduce the boldness of people going through suicidal thoughts from confiding in anyone or disclosing such intention. What are the factors and possible causes? Unfortunately, several factors are responsible for suicide and suicidal thoughts over the years, and these have been on the increase. Those factors include indebtedness, homelessness, relationship breakdown, bullying, frustration, failure, joblessness, family stress, harassment, loneliness, abuse, rejection, depression, low self-esteem, feeling of helplessness, depression, disappointments, mental health issues, and other health-related issues, drug and drink, and emotional breakdowns. As such, the first major step in preventing suicide and preventing yourself from becoming a possible victim or instrument of another suicidal thoughts is to prevent anything that will cause, promote, or aggravate any or combination of some of the points I just mentioned. The effects of suicide are so devastating and far-reaching, and as such, every parent must pay necessary attention to its eradication. Whenever anyone commits suicide, it always has lasting impacts on the family, friends, and associates, especially the parents, children, and siblings of the deceased in particular, and humanity at large. Suicide brings nothing but tears, pain, feeling of great loss, and sorrow. Parents have major roles to play in several ways towards the prevention of suicide, suicidal mission, and suicidal thoughts. The first step you need to consider is this. Parenting foundation is crucial. Most of the parenting actions already stated in the book Parenting Without Tears are very instructive on the various actions parents should take to put their children on good footing for success, which in turn will help to prevent children from several causes of suicidal thoughts and intention. Some of these have also been treated on this show. Those avoidable failures, poverty, and frustrating circumstances could be prevented. The same goes for depression, avoidable mental health issues, and homelessness. Give your child, the template for success to improve the standard of life. You can review the past topics and watch out for more of such topics on this channel. The second point you need to consider: prepare yourself and your child for all occasions. The truth about suicide is that it is not limited to the poor and the underprivileged, even though they are the more vulnerable. However, the truth is that anyone can be a victim of suicide and suicidal thoughts. Lots of successful people and those who are privileged to occupy positions of leadership and prominence in life are also prone to suicide. And indeed, there have been instances of celebrities who have either committed suicide or have been suicidal in life. Parents need to teach their children about managing failures and challenging circumstances in life. Parents should allow their children freedom to handle tasks and challenges early in life and as they grow. Let your child experience occasional refusal, lack, and challenges in life, and how to tackle such occurrences. Many parents bring their children up without allowing them the freedom to operate and deal with circumstances and situations in life, such that the minimal experience of discomfort or challenges will trigger suicidal thoughts and actions in such children. Whereas some other children will go through more severe situations and laugh through them, coming out better and stronger. This will be discussed further on another topic. The third thing you need to consider is promote the culture of love, communication, and unity in your family. Some of these points have been dealt with on this show, and others will still be treated. It is worthy of mention, however, to state that one of the most dangerous factors that fuels suicidal thoughts and suicide is loneliness. Many suicides would have been prevented with family bond, love among siblings, and effective communication in family settings, especially between parents and child. This will help to ease the burden, to help people to notice the signs, and also those to relate and discuss with by those going through suicidal thoughts before becoming victims. Another point you need to understand clearly is you need to remove all forms of pressure. Lots of people develop suicidal thoughts either as parents or children when going through pressures of meeting responsibilities and challenges, conflicts, failure, frustration, and other depressing circumstances. All these can be removed. Many parents do commit suicide due to the pressure of inability to discharge their parental responsibilities. Some children are also pushed to suicidal thoughts because of the pressure from their parents and the burden of meeting family standards. Equally, pressures from their peer groups. Don't allow unnecessary pressure on yourself and on your children. If you die now, people will enjoy their lives. Do your best and leave the rest. Many people are worse off than your standard. Be happy and relax. Another point that is very crucial to be considered while considering suicide prevention is the need for you to be observant. All the members of the family should be observant and look out for each other and members of their family. Observance and vigilance could help to detect the suicidal indicators, the signs and signals. What are such indicators? For instance, note when your child has sudden changes in mood and behavioral patterns. Certain factors could indicate when you or your child is going through challenging times. For example, new habit of nagging, drunkenness, drug withdrawal, resentment, sad face, and any unusual pattern. They are not exhaustive. And remember, people react and behave differently to situations and circumstances. Once any of this is detected, be sure to prevent and monitor. If you need to ask questions, definitely you should. Another thing that must be considered very well is discuss the topic. Let your child or your children know and be familiar with the topic and dangers of suicide and what pushes people to it. One of the reasons for its occurrences is the stigma and refusal to discuss it. If you observe any of the triggers stated above, also, be ready to discuss with your child or parent too. Be specific in asking them that question. People with such circumstances do sometimes go through suicidal thoughts. Are you contemplating suicide or having suicidal thoughts? This may sound strange. When I went through a series of trainings and teachings on suicide, I was thinking, would that not be suggestive? Are you not going to be seen as suggesting that idea? No. The fact is, it gives people going through suicidal thoughts the opportunity to know that they have somebody who understands and who they can discuss with. This will give the opportunity to discuss the matter, and that will enable immediate recovery process. Once that person knows there is someone ready to discuss it, or he or she will be free to open up then or even afterwards. It also will create the avenue for interaction, which may open up the challenges and the solutions such an individual is going through. There is no problem without solution. When you ask that question and you pop it out, wait to see what the response will be at the end of the day. It's better to ask than to ignore and then regret later. Another point you need to consider, which is very important, I will not be able to discuss this next point in elaborate form now on the total package for suicide prevention due to our efforts at reducing the time of each video. But I would like to inform you that one factor that pushes people to suicide, but which you can also deal with, is a state of hopelessness, helplessness, loneliness, and depression. Create hope. Give assurances. Render help to support. Keep the person's hope alive. Give such a person the reason, good reason to live. Let siblings be open to one another and be ready to help and support each other while growing up and always.
I love parenting.
Parenting clinic is what the whole world needs. I'll not miss it for anything.
Universal Parenting Clinic is the show.
This point is a very crucial one. Give reasons to live. As stated above, in the place of hopelessness, give the person enough reasons to be alive. Let him know that there is more to live for. Many people with great family bond and love will have enough reasons to sustain their faith at times of frustration. Keep the family bond alive. Let the child or the parent know the consequences of their death and the impact such an occurrence will have on their family and others. Another point that you need to know, you may not be able to do and deal with this by yourself alone. You need to enlist the support of trusted individuals who will be able to support, advise, and monitor the person once you discover somebody is going through suicidal thoughts. The wife or husband, grown-up sibling, and trusted friend may be handy. Going alone may be limited in scope. What happens when you are not there? Some employers can help too. Medical practitioners and emergency agencies could be informed if necessary. Your trusted and disciplined man of God could be helpful too. You will be in the best situation to decide who to work with you on this occasion that will not compound the problems by turning it to subject of gossip and jokes. Even at that, nothing is too much in saving life. It is better to be wrong than to regret and say, had I known. Consult professionals who may also be better equipped to deal with it too. For the benefit of yourself and your child, be assured those circumstances or positions you may find yourself that is the worst in life. There are others in worse situation than you have. You are still enjoying life with happiness. If it is failure, several people have failed several times and in big places, yet they kept going and later became great personalities in life. If it is indebtedness, several people owe more than you and they later became lenders and successful in life. If it is sickness, lots of sick people are celebrating and recovering even from terminal diseases. Besides, what's the point in dying before death? If it is frustration, social stigma, bullying, shame, embarrassment, and even inability to meet specific life, peer group, or family standard, I want you to know that several people are going through worse circumstances than you, even more than you may think. Yet, with proper attitude and consultations, they are experiencing great turnaround for good. You are in no race with anyone. You have your life to live. Live it well and in happiness. The downfall of any man or woman is never the end of his or her life. You may be down now, but there is hope that you will rise. Tell yourself these basic truths and regularly inform your child or children too. One major factor which most people don't appreciate but which I cannot but help to inform you is the importance of having good relationship with God. Yes, with your Creator. It helps seriously. Being a member of a religious body helps to remove the burden of loneliness, and it gives spiritual support that lifts the present circumstances. It increases your faith and gives hope. It will afford you the opportunity of meeting people of different challenges and solutions. Their testimonies could help to strengthen your faith too. Their testimony will help to build your faith. You may also be the next for testimonies too. I am a member of a church, and I can tell you, Churches are full of medical practitioners, legal practitioners, financial experts, and ministers of the gospel, fashion designers, bricklayers, carpenters, and teachers who are even ever ready to help. Being a charitable body too, they help to meet certain needs and will be ready as burden bearers at moments of needs and depressing situations. Jesus said in the Bible, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." I can give you this personal assurance that has never failed too, because it has never failed me. If everything and everyone else fails, Jesus will never fail. Turn to him at your moments of need. Read the Bible and the words will lift you out of the circumstances of depression. Turn to God. It is evident in Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 6 that he will neither leave you nor forsake you, even up to the end of life. He also said in Isaiah 49 verse 15 that even if your parent forsakes you, which is unexpected but not unlikely, he will never forsake you. He cares. Don't forget, even if you are the worst sinner, he is ready to embrace you, cleanse you, and restore you. Note this: if you die by suicide, you would have lost everything: your souls, your life, your hope of revival, your chances of recovery, your family, friends, everything. To make it worse, it will be a hand in hellfire with worse pain and sorrow than the pain that is leading you to suicide. I remember one song we used to sing: "Don't give up, it's not over. When you give up, then it's over. Look up to the Lord, trouble not your heart, even when you fail, it's not over." I want to assure you, if you are there contemplating suicide, or you are at the verge, or you are going through suicidal thoughts, don't give up. It's not over with you. That situation will be another history, a past tense. You will overcome. Check the lifestyle of Peter and Judas. Peter denied Jesus, but he moved on and became a reference point. But Judas betrayed Jesus. He committed suicide. He became a failure and a reference point of evil. Don't be another Judas. Don't worry. Be happy always, regardless of what may come your way. Be positive, happy, and focused on goals ahead, and not allowing the failures and challenges of life to dominate your reasoning and attitude is a big step towards prevention of suicidal thoughts. Remember, the number one fact with suicide prevention is this: anything you need to do it now. Act now. Intervention must be immediate, even if gradual. Prevention must be immediate, even if systematic. And your decision must be now. Because delay is dangerous. You don't know the stage the suicidal thought is. Procrastination is never an option. It may be in advanced stage, and a little push could activate the final act. So tomorrow may be too late. Remember, don't act in a way that can push someone or anyone to develop suicidal thoughts. Don't compound people's problems and challenges. Remember to ask, are you thinking of suicide, or are you having suicidal thoughts? Say no to suicidal thoughts. Say no to suicide. You have every reason to live. You are not the only one in the world going through whatever you may be going through now. Several other people are going through the same. They are laughing, possibly joking with you. Have you suddenly lost your job? Are you going through a form of illness? Are you going through certain bullying and harassment? Are you seeing yourself as an object of ridicule, a failure, someone who has been termed a never-do-well. Don't let that define you. There are better days ahead. You are going to turn around those circumstances. God will help you and you will sing new songs. Your new you will surprise yourself. Try your best. Move on in life. The downfall of a man is never the end of his life. You will rise. You will rise. And I say you will rise. Don't commit suicide and don't lead anyone towards committing suicide. Prevent circumstances that could bring suicidal thoughts. Give hope to someone today. Give somebody reasons to live. Thanks to our numerous friends on Facebook who are watching this show passionately every week. Thanks also to those who are subscribed to our YouTube channel freely. Thanks to those who have bought their copy of the book Parenting Without Tears. I also thank those who regularly press the thumb up button. Those who ensure they leave comments after watching our YouTube show. And those who always send feedbacks to us regularly too. You have been a pillar of support and encouragement. I do hope sincerely that you too will join this group of blessed people today. Please subscribe now and follow us too on other social media platforms. That's the show this week on Universal Parenting Clinic. I believe strongly that through this Universal Parenting Clinic and with proper understanding of the book, Parenting Without Tears, together, we all can promote wellness in families and in the world. We can stop the tears from children, parents, and families. We can kick racism, fraud, incivility, corruption, wickedness, several addictions, violence, and the series of antisocial behaviors out of all families and the whole world. And at the same time, we can promote all the positive desires and aspirations towards the well-being of the children, parents, and the world at large. Till I come your way again next week by God's grace, I am the parenting advocate in the house, Michael Benga Bibilari, MGB, Mr. Parenting. Don't give up. Don't commit suicide. Do everything in your power to prevent anyone committing suicide. Think parenting. Be positive in parenting. Talk parenting. Be passionate about parenting. Don't just be a parent. Stop shunning. Be a responsible parent. A real parent. A parent indeed. Parent well.